Did you go get us a new project?
It's a hole in there.
Did you? What?
Don't get Granny in the picture.
Granny! Alright, so if you watched the last episode, you might have a hint of what's here. This just kind of fell into my lap. This is not something I was looking for. You know, I've been looking at the auction, and by the way, my account's unlocked now, by the way. I thank you whoever at Copart did it, but it's unlocked now. But I've been looking there, and you know, I haven't really been seeing anything that caught my eye yet. This just happened. This girl, I graduated with her. She bought this car brand new. A couple years after she bought it, she sold it to her brother, and a couple years after that, she bought it back, and she drove it until now, where it has just under 194,000 miles. She took very good care of this car. It was serviced at the dealer all the time. She has all the records. I got extra parts with the thing, and it looks worse than it really is. This girl hit a deer with her car this time. She said she figured they were going to total it out, and she didn't know what to do. She contacted me, and people knowing that I like to rebuild cars and stuff, she said, if they total it, do you want it? And I said, it depends on what the insurance company wants. I said, find out what your insurance company wants to buy it back. I'll give you a little bit over that just for the troubles. So the insurance company came back at $477. I said, I'll give you $575. Because since you had to wait, because she had to get the salvage certificate before she could get the insurance check. So she got a little extra money out of the deal. I took care of the car. Just happened today. I just picked it up, and you cannot get one of these at auction for this price. I'm just telling you that right now. And I got extra parts with it. So here's one thing that I got. I'm not putting this on the car. I just want to see if I can recondition it, and then I'll sell it myself. It's a real carbon fiber hood for this car. It is light as can be, but the clear coat, this is actually clear coat where it's dull. Right here, the clear coat is gone, and the carbon fiber is actually showing through. So this is going to be hard to do. I don't know if it can be done, but I'm going to try that clear coat that I've been using, and I'm going to scuff this and see if I can get this back to decent condition. It might be junk afterwards. I got it for free. So let's test it out. The other extra parts are in the car, and I might as well just show it to you. She did tell me everything that was extra on this car, like the decals, the headlights, the hood, anything that was aftermarket, her brother did while he had it. So, one good thing is it has brand new winter treads the whole way around. I need to get a bumper and a fender, and I already located those. She gave me 2 factory headlights, but I'm debating maybe putting brand new headlights in this thing, because it will make it look good. The hood's in good condition. I thought there was suspension damage when I originally looked at this. I don't think there is now. I think it's fine. This is deer poo poo down the side here. Those are guts. But the motor itself, it sounds good. It needs a good cleaning in the engine bay. He's got a wiring mess from these aftermarket headlights, and he must not have had something to cut his tubing for his washer nozzles. Why? Why would you put that much up in there? But I'm just gonna snip that. Then we'll have some extra hose laying around we can use. I love hose. For 193, almost 194,000 miles, the car's in really good shape. Decals are gonna go. I'm gonna take this thing back to stock. The tail lights, he put, I already tested it, and it's like a vinyl, which is hard, but if I heat it, it was coming off like a vinyl, and it's leaving all this adhesive, so we got to see if we can clean that. If not, look, it actually, like, this is actually a thing. These pieces break off on all the Zions. It's on this one. I think we actually have the wing is dented. Is the trunk dented? It is. We're gonna do some touch-up paint. This thing with the miles on it, we're not going crazy. That's the original deck, I think. Here are the factory headlights when she hit it here the first time. One is good, one is not. So I don't know. They're not in bad condition. It's got some scuffs, but can be cleaned up. Here is the aftermarket set of taillights. I don't really like these ones. Not big on aftermarket taillights, but if need be, and these turn out to not work, I can use these. So we'll see what happens there. But all in all, we're gonna fix this bumper the way it's mounted. We're just gonna roll with this bumper. It's got some scuffs and stuff, but overall, the car is in really good shape. The interior is extremely clean. They had seat covers, so there's no tears or rips in the seat. You can't get these at auction at a good price. I don't know what this switch went to that is just hanging out here in the dash. Looks like they have multiple switches. Don't know what this one is. I do not know. But, oh, and a red interior light. A carbon fiber automatic shift knob. Heck yes. It's got the panoramic sunroof. But it actually smells really good in here. And it's decent. Like I said, you cannot get these at a good price at auction. They normally go over value because people overseas, for some reason, like the Toyotas, anything Toyota, they bid up the almost retail value. So for me to get this at that price was a no-brainer for me. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. It does have window tint. Yes, I will have to take that off. The vent visors, I can leave those on. Thankfully, there's something I can leave on. Now, she said the back glass leaked, and I read up on that, and that's a common issue. The seal in here, we might have to do some cleaning or something on the back seal of this window. But that's basically what's going on there, and that's why it leaks. So, anyways, I am not ashamed of this purchase at all whatsoever. Alright guys, so a couple things. My weekend just started. I'm still sick. I'm getting over it. I'm medicated now, so I just took some NyQuil. I'm going to try to get this out before I pass out. First things first, on my Teespring page, I have now made beanies. I ordered one. I want to see what they're like. They're not like the ones that just pull down. They're the ones that flip up and have the writing on the inside. They look like the bigger ones, so they're warmer. I ordered one, so if you guys are curious what they look like when I get it, I'll show you in that video. Next, I have watched videos on how to resurface the carbon fiber hood. Now, that being said, none of them cover the issue that we have going on with this one. If you can see it, this is actually, the clear is gone. This is the actual carbon fiber here. It's got lumps in it because you can feel the carbon fiber. Same way down this way. This is clear coat where it's dull, and that's just bare carbon. anybody has any recommendations on how to redo this. I was thinking, wet sand it as best as I can, try to avoid these areas where the carbon is, just to resurface the clear that's on here, and then I'm going to have to put multiple coats of clear on this. That way it can fill in the voids where the bare carbon is, and then I'll probably have to sand and buff the clear after that. That's just my guess. I don't know. I've been trying to research, but this thing it's very light. It's an actual carbon fiber hood. But lots of things on the agenda tomorrow. That's why I'm going to get up early. I'm going to go get a piece of steel cut to fit the top of my workbench. And I'm going to a new steel place my buddy told me about. He told me I could actually use his discount, but I'm not going to because I just don't feel right doing that. But he said that their prices are way cheaper than the other place I've been going. So I'm going to get some steel to cover that up. Then I'm going to come back here, drop that off. Then I got to drive up past State College. I've located a white bumper and a white fender for this. So this is going to be a quick one. The most time I'm going to have in it. Now this hood's actually in really good shape. But like you see all these marks here. They look like they're paint chips. They are not. That's actually deer guts. that and all that, it just needs cleaned off. But like I said, I located this fender. I've located a bumper that's in good condition. They're a little pricey, but they're white. So I'm going to order headlights. Got the ones in the back, but one of them's bad, so I'm going to have to order the other one, or maybe go with brand new ones. I don't know. I need to order the grill and the inner fender. Then the rest of this is going to be cleaning up and touch up. Little touch up areas. There's just small things. The rear bumper needs to be refitted. It's got a zip tie holding it on right here. That stuff needs to come off. The XM antenna I put back here on the trunk lid, it was just like hanging in there. So I brought it back here. Got bare metal right here that's rusted. So we're going to have to sand that, touch it up. And I'm just going to do I'll probably just use spray paint to touch these areas up. No big deal. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the morning. We're going to fire up the Kia. We're going to make a couple road trips.
People don't even care that I've been gone. They miss you guys. You know that? Hey, Stu? They missed you guys.
They're doing well. Stewie's doing better now, obviously. You've been good the whole time. You don't get into crap like he does. Anyways, I get up and get my get it all ready and stuff. I still got to put my contacts in and stuff. I'm going to the Sunset Welding place first because it opened at 6:30. It's 7:30 now. But the place that has the bumper and fender for the car doesn't open until 10:30. So, and it's further drive. So I'm going to go get the metal, come back. If I have time, I might fit it to the bench. If I don't, I'm just going to head out to go get the other part. The Kia is about to pass a milestone today. I'm going to hit 100,000 miles on my trip. This welding place is in Amish country, so you can see we are out in the country. Not that I don't already live in the country, but let's go see if we can get ourselves some 20 gauge. Pretty good timing so far. There's my big sheet of steel. That was $39 here for that big sheet. I think I paid, I don't know, $25 for a sheet that was a quarter of that size at the other place. So their prices here are a lot better. So safe to say I'll be getting my steel here from now on. They're all Amish, and they're hard-working people. I went in and they were working, and I said what I needed, and they went straight to it. Got it over, sheared it off, and nothing to them. Alright, so we just got back home. I'm going to give you a cold start because this thing sounds wonderful with the valve open. I got to move this thing over because Ashley's leaving, so let's do this.
it over.
Oop, slid him a little. Ultimately, I got what I wanted. I should have had them bend it on their machines up there instead of deciding that I could do it myself and hammer it out. And that's why it's a little wavy, you know, it's not perfect. But the actual flat surface is flat. So it's good. Don't have any sharp edges sticking out. It's a little wavy across the bottom. I'll put some extra screws in it, but it's a workbench, so not really too upset about it. And it's going to serve me for a long time. All right, so now we're going to pack up and we're going to hit the road again. Go up past State College. We're getting a white bumper. We're missing an insert here. We're missing the middle insert. We're missing the far insert. Those I'm going to buy online. The grill. And let me see what headlight I got to buy too. We're probably going to go with one factory headlight. I'm going to have to polish it. It's not bad, but it's not good either. So, because it's got some heavy scratches right there on the front, as you can see. So we'll have to polish that up. But the light itself is not really in that bad a condition. So this is the bad side, the driver's side. So we're going to have to get the passenger side one.
I won't change my mind. What is getting deep now?
Oh! For all you guys that knock the Kia, this thing has been an excellent vehicle. I had to replace one part since I've owned it. And it ran without it. It was some sort of valve in the intake. It's a little motor. And it was still working, but the way it was set up, the little gear inside it was messed up, and it wouldn't open the flap the whole way, or it was loose, and it would. Anyways, I fixed that issue. That was right before we went to the Arnold last year, and we still had no issues besides regular oil changes. So get yourself a Kia.
Please don't let me down.
Well, unfortunately, the parts that were here are just not good enough. I'd rather just get a new bumper and go from there. So, but his inventory is ridiculous. Look at the inventory. And this is just a little bit. It's huge. Now, I would have showed you more, but there's a guy pulling in and there's like only room for one car to park. I mean, it's like a hoarder's paradise for car parts. Unfortunately, the way they have them stacked, and it's just sitting out. The bumper they said was in good shape, it was not. He sent me pictures of it, but he apologized. They would have gave it to me at a better price, and I just told him, I said, if I'm going to pay, so much for a bumper, I'd rather paint a fresh bumper than to paint. Got a phone call, hold on. So that was a friend of mine calling. He already is interested in that car. I haven't even started it yet. I told him, I said, I got to get brand new parts because those parts are junk. So the place is huge. They have so many parts and they're all stacked on top of each other, which is not good for paint, which sucks. But the amount of parts there, I don't know how they find anything, to be honest with you, but it's ridiculous. I probably wouldn't drive that far to go there again, but need be, if there's a part I needed and I couldn't find it anywhere else, I know they'd have it. It's just ridiculous. But anyways, we're gonna head back home. I guess all we can do today is disassembly. So we'll have to order all our parts this week. Hopefully we'll get them, and then Jerry will be doing some painting for me. All right. So we took a 3-hour drive so we could get some oil in a filter. Now I ordered a brand new bumper, a brand new fender, passenger headlight, upper and lower grille. I also ordered some primer and some 2K clear. I'm going to use the 2K clear on that. The primer, I'm going to do the bumper and the fender and get them ready for Jerry. But I also want to get this thing up on the lift because I haven't got to look underneath it yet. And there is a notable clunk in the rear end when you hit bumps. I'm guessing it's sway bar bushings, but which actually I have to do on the M45. The front sway bar bushing on it has a clunk in it, and you can actually grab a hold of the sway bar and go like this. The bushings are shot, so I did order those. I also got the gear for the driver's seat. I got 2 of them. At some point, we're gonna do that. But anyways, let's put this thing up on the lift and look at the under. We have the normal rust for the area. I don't see anything too horrible yet. Where's the sway bar? Here's the sway bar. I'm gonna check it here in a minute. But get the looking. It's really not that bad for this area with 200,000 miles on it. I expected it to look a lot worse underneath here. There's still chunks of deer. But all in all, it's fairly clean. Motor is a little oily. I'm trying to look up on the intake, the whole way up at the top. It's oily up there, so there's an oil leak up top somewhere, which is not that bad. Right there. Right there is a line hanging off, not attached to anything. Huh. Wonder where all that oil's coming from. Well, I'd take a look at it. I'm not too concerned since it's up top. It's not that bad. It might be a valve cover. Yeah, you can see she must have went off-road after she hit the deer. There's a bunch of grass and stuff. So, oh no, not that bad. Not that bad. Radiator and condenser actually look good. It doesn't look like anything got in there. Here is a aftermarket light. That's got to go. I'm gonna try to remove everything that it's not supposed to be on here. But yeah, radiator and condenser are fine. No leaks up front. That's good. Temperature sensor busted off. It's looking pretty good. I can reuse the bumper pad. That little mark there, that's not gonna hurt anything. Some wiring mess from the headlights. Got the apron a little bent. There's a bracket right there that's bent. Nothing too serious. I mean, it's overall for the mileage, it's in good shape. Don't know what these wires are hanging down here. If they had aftermarket lights that they chopped off. I'm almost going to say, because right here's a couple wires too that run to the back. Yes, underglow lights. So we're going to remove that junk. There's zip ties holding this bumper on. We got to do a little bit of work to the back bumper. We can make it fit. That's not bad. So, what is there parts missing back here? I'm looking at that. It has to be a bracket or an inner fender missing over on this side. This way is the same way. Oh, we're gonna have to look those up now. Yeah, and the clunk in the rear, it is the sway bar bushings. Both sides. We're missing a whole piece here. It's considered a side shield. Dealership sells them. The cheapest I can find them is $50 a piece, each side. Then on top of that, these retainers in here are missing. They're about $25 a piece for each side. So, to get this bumper mounted right, I'm looking at $150 in plastic pieces. Nice. Then I need another retainer. Look at that, I get a little bit of deer hair with it. This retainer, because it got busted in the accident right there. That's what's left of it. And yeah, I ordered a valve cover gasket. So that is what our leak is. It's leaking the whole way across the front. Obviously, it's leaking really bad across the back. So we're going to have that fixed. And I'm going to clean all this up. Also, this is nasty inside here. So we're going to spray it down. I'm also going to chop this. I don't know what he was thinking. What they were thinking with this. This is ridiculous. This guy liked zip ties. Clear zip ties everywhere here. That's what's holding the back bumper together. It's nice. So there's all the extra hose. That was really all that needed to be done right there. All these zip ties and yeah. So I took the engine cover off. It's definitely the valve cover leak, and it also looked like that he left the cap loose at one time and it leaked. It's probably where a majority of the oil came from, but it's oily the whole way around the cover, so, and it's very simple to do. So we are gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna have to clean everything real good. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and tear these bad parts off. Not using this headlight. This is an aftermarket headlight. I'd have to buy a set to get them both. We are going to unpimp the auto. First off, I ripped this wire out that was shoved into a fuse down here. So, yeah. A lot of this wiring is going to these extra lights that he has wired up. They're all getting ripped out of this thing. They're coming off. Zion emblems. It's like this, yeah. We need to clean some blood off the hood. Yeah, that hood really... I'm surprised it survived. Yeah, I got a good chunk there. But let's go ahead and get this whole front end tore apart. It's going to be fairly simple. I'm going to get the GoPro, I'm going to do a time lapse, and get it done. Also, we got to run back to Walmart because this is calling for 5W30. And I looked online when I was at Walmart, and every place I saw said 520. 520 would probably be okay. High mileage, I'd rather have thicker oil in it. So I'm going to go get some 530 to put in this also. He had like underbody glow lights. This is the mess of wires that I've pulled out of the engine bay. Look at that, there's a little bee's nest on there. This is the mess of wires that I need to eliminate. I already got all off the front. This was all up front. Plus, this switch was on the inside. I just ripped it out of the dash. It looked like the wires were already chewed or cut because I didn't do that. That's just how they came out. They went to this ugly switch. Whatever. So we are unpimping the ride. Frame looks straight. Only thing that's bent is, you see how straight this is over here. Right here, we're bent just right here in this corner. I'm just going to get a pair of channel locks on this and straighten this back out the best I can. When we get a new fender, it should line everything up. I'll just line it up with the fender. So this is probably where I'm going to stop for today. In the next episode, I want to polish that lens. I did put a brand new bulb in the low beam. I believe that's the low beam. I need to check that one bulb. The high beam and the other light was okay. All the bulbs were missing out of this one, even though this is the only complete light I have. This one has the bumper clip on it. These aftermarket ones, they didn't even have them on. So the bumper probably was already sagging and not fitting right. I had to bend this bracket so that the light fit right. I think I got this one. There, it needs to be open a little bit more. And then this is the bracket off the other factory headlight. It should be on the one I'm getting, but if it's not, here it is. I got it. So, bent this stuff around over here. It looks like it's in the right spot now. What I need to do is trace all those wires, get rid of those, but that'll be on the next episode. I'm also going to tape the bumper pad on here so it doesn't go anywhere. But slowly but surely, this thing is going to start looking more like a stock car. Yep, we're going to tape that right there. Sure enough. But I'm excited because this is still a lot easier. I'm not pulling the motor on this one, that's for sure. But we got a lot of stuff here. Got a lot of stuff done. And we're starting with a good platform too. A Toyota. I mean, Scotty Kemmler would be proud. That's for sure. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. So like I said, there's unwrecked beanies on my website now, along with other t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff. The beanies say unwrecked across the front. Look pretty nice. They're embroidered. I'll show you what they look like when I get one. I ordered it, but I haven't got it yet. As of right now, until the end of December, the very last day of December, 10% off on anything you buy on my Teespring page. The coupon code is HOLIDAY10. That'll give you 10% off. And also, I'm going to try to get this thing done as fast as possible. Once this is done, going back to Copart. We're going to get ourselves something new. But you're going to have to excuse me while I run to Walmart to get myself some more oil for this, since I got the wrong stuff. And if you like this episode and you're excited to see this build, stay tuned because there's more coming. Go check out some of my old builds. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode of Unwrapped.